Biopharma's oncology dominance wanes as new data underpins weight loss therapeutics as key chronic disease management modality. Oncology has reigned supreme in biopharma investment and clinical trial activity for over 2 decades. But recent market analytics forecast a striking reallocation of pharmaceutical investment and growth. We see clear evidence of this trend in the shifting healthcare spending patterns from an oncology-dominated pipeline to a new era defined by GLP-1 therapies for obesity and metabolic syndromes. Foremost among these are glucagon-like peptide-1 receptor agonists, or GLP-1s. In this context, we present to you our latest executive report, GLP-1 Therapeutics Redefining Oncology and Chronic Disease Markets 2024 to 2029. Our report reveals how the burgeoning burden of obesity-related pathologies and cancers with established links to metabolic dysfunction is prompting a profound industry-wide recalibration. Between 2024 and 2029, global healthcare spending on obesity management is forecasted to surge dramatically, surpassing oncology growth trajectories. By 2029, spending on obesity therapies is predicted to reach $141 billion, a significant leap from $252 billion in 2024. However, it's crucial to recognize that while total spending continues to rise, growth percentage decelerates from 17% in 2025 to 7.5% in 2029. Oncology growth is forecasted to decelerate due to market saturation, with fewer blockbuster drugs in development compared to the robust pipeline of GLP-1 therapeutics. Our analysis reveals a clear inflection point in the market after 2025. Notably, spending on GLP-1 therapies such as Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro, and promising pipeline candidates will sustain double-digit growth rates year on year, overtaking many targeted cancer therapies in terms of market penetration. This pivotal shift is driven by two key scientific and real-world evidence, or RWE, drivers. First, mounting evidence establishing obesity as a root cause of cancer, underscoring the rationale for investing in metabolic therapies to reduce cancer incidence and mortality. Second, compelling RWE demonstrating the efficacy and safety of long-term GLP-1 therapy in managing obesity and in its associated comorbidities. Let's delve deeper into our key findings. 1. Obesity is increasingly recognized as a root cause of cancer, creating a compelling rationale for investing in metabolic therapies to reduce cancer risk. Epidemiological studies have conclusively linked over 13 types of cancer to obesity, including colorectal, breast postmenopausal, endometrial, pancreatic, and liver cancers. Obesity-induced hyperinsulinemia, chronic inflammation, and dysregulated adipokine signaling form the pathophysiological triad driving oncogenesis. At the molecular level, the insulin IGF-1 axis promotes cell proliferation and inhibits apoptosis. Inflammatory cytokines such as IL-6 and TNF-alpha drive DNA damage and epigenetic instability. Moreover, estrogen overproduction within adipose tissue, particularly in hormone-sensitive cancers, adds to the complexity of obesity-related carcinogenesis. 2. Robust real-world evidence supports the use of GLP-1 receptor agonists not only for weight loss, but also for reducing cancer risk. Large-scale RWE studies demonstrate that GLP-1 receptor agonists can reduce body weight, systemic inflammation, normalize metabolic biomarkers, and reduce cancer risk factors. For instance, a retrospective cohort study involving over 5 million patients published in 2022 in Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology showed a 12 to 18% reduction in cancer incidence among obese patients treated with long-term GLP-1 therapies. Additionally, cardiometabolic outcomes trials such as SELECT and SUSTAIN are now reporting secondary endpoints showing cancer incidence reduction with GLP-1 South, further strengthening the therapeutic positioning of these agents. 3. Biopharma is reallocating oncology R&D capital towards obesity platforms, recognizing the blockbuster class potential of GLP-1 South. Leading companies like Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly are accelerating oncometabolic combination trials, testing the efficacy of adding GLP-1 to standard of care cancer treatments. Moreover, these firms are strategically expanding trials to include GLP-1 monotherapy in adjuvant cancer therapy, aiming to reduce recurrence risk in obese cancer survivors. 4. Payers are increasingly covering GLP-1 therapies, viewing them preventive investments rather than expensive lifestyle drugs. This policy shift is catalyzed by long-term cost offsets in oncology and cardiovascular disease management, leading to sustained growth in the obesity therapeutics market. 5. Regulatory agencies are fast-tracking label expansions for GLP-1 receptor agonists based on compelling RWE and post-marketing data. The FDA and EMA are collaboratively working with sponsors to expedite the approval process for new indications, ensuring that patients have timely access to these transformative therapies. 6. A portfolio diversification imperative for legacy oncology firms. To mitigate risks and capitalize on the evolving therapeutic landscape, these firms are encouraged to diversify into the metabolic care vertical. This can be achieved by leveraging AI-based patient stratification tools and investing in combination therapy pipelines that include GLP-1 receptor agonists. 7. Startups specializing in obesity and metabolic care are becoming highly attractive acquisition targets for larger biopharma companies seeking to expand their product offerings and expertise in this rapidly evolving space. Areas of interest include microbiome modulation, metabolic imaging, and GLP-1 biosimilars. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you for your continued support.